Thank you for coming by. What's it like? What has this week been like? You're back on SNL. It's like going back to school? Or?
Yeah, it is a lot like going back to your old high school or going back to college, and because it's the exact same system in place, and it's kind of surreal.
I mean, because this is probably 35 years, is that
35 years since I've been back.
Man, oh man.
Well, I went for the 40th.
Yeah, that's right.
35 years since I've actually done the show.
Wow. Do you remember your audition for the show?
Yeah, I do remember.
What was it? Do you remember what did you do?
They had it was just one guy in the office, the guy named Neil Levy, who was Lawrence's nephew, and he's just sitting in the room by himself. And I went in this office, and he just said, "Make me laugh."
Really?
Yeah.
And did you make him laugh?
I guess so. I'm here.
I guess so, right? Yeah.
Actually, in reality, he did not laugh. He didn't laugh. I just kind of did my thing. He just kind of sat there and looked at me. And then he said, "Okay, thank you." And I left, and then about a week later, they called me, and it was him and a woman named Liz Welsh, and they said, "Make us laugh." And I did all my shtick, 'cause I was doing stand-up, so I was able to do impressions. So I did this is how long ago it was. I did a Jimmy Carter impression. That's how long ago it was. Jimmy Carter and Muhammad Ali and Howard Cosell, and they just kind of looked at me and stuff, and then they left. Then I came back a third time, and it was Mike Zanella, Liz Welsh, and Neil Levy, and I did my little stuff, and they just looked at me. And Mike Zanella was in the back, and he did like this at one point.
That counts? That counts as a laugh, right?
That was my big laugh. And then I got the show after that. Yeah.
So you get on the show, you're 19 years old, Eddie Murphy. What was it like? What was the after parties like?
I only went to an after party once.
Really?
Yeah, because I was 19, and it's 1980, 81, so I was the only black person up there, and I was the only teenager up there, so I was like, I don't want to party with them. I want to go, it was a club called Bentley's, and I would go to Bentley's. Yeah, you know Bentley's? I would go to Bentley's. I would be
you heard of Bentley's?
Yeah, that was a hot spot back in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, I would go there, and I went to an after party once because Johnny Cash hosted. And Johnny Cash said to me, when they were talking about the party, he said, "You coming to the party, Eddie?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "Because June and I sure do love you." Oh my God. So I went and I hung out with Johnny Cash. That's the one party I went to.
That's the best. I want to show you some of your most iconic characters here. I'll show everyone here. This is, you have Buckwheat, you have Little Richard Simmons, you have Velvet Jones.
Ah, yes, of course.
Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood, James Brown's Celebrity Hot Tub, and Gumby. I mean, these are iconic. I mean, my favorites. I memorize everyone.
It's the older people in the audience clapping.
No, everybody.
And the young people are going like, "Why you got that green on?"
Nah. Is there any character here that we might see maybe this weekend on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, you might see a couple of those people.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow, I'm so excited about this. I'm freaking out.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.